Hey you guys, back with another video, guys. If you haven't seen my last video, links in the description. Please check it out. As always, remember to like and subscribe and follow me on everything. Thanks you guys for watching, by the way. Today's video we're going to be rating the show iZombie. If you haven't seen iZombie, I'll give you a rundown for it. There's this woman named Liv who is human. And she's about to get married to some guy who is a youth counselor. She's a friend. She works as a morgue at the police station. Everything's going good. But for her, when she was getting married, she wanted to have some fun. So she went to a boat party. In the boat party, there's this liquid that they sniff and they get high called utopium. Well, the utopia was tainted with some kind of chemical. Everybody turned into rapid zombies, like literal undead creatures. Only not like The Walking Dead or Z Nation. No. This is different. It's a new type of zombie, a new vision of a zombie. Because these zombies, when they eat a human brain, not only do they get visions of whatever that person that they ate saw before they died, they also get some of their personality traits. Granted, it's for a temporary time, but still. She becomes a zombie and she helps solve murder cases by eating the dead people's brains, and then, at first she tells her police friend that she's psychic, when it's absolutely not the case, but eventually she does tell him. Now, Liv breaks up with her fiance as a fear of him not liking her, etc., etc., etc. They're trying to make the vaccine or the cure turn her back. It's not working so easy. And eventually half the town becomes zombified, and the people are trying to either decide to nuke the town or not. To keep everything in line until then, they have to find donators across the United States who want to donate their brains, and they give it to them. They even mash different brains together into tubes, like yogurt tubes, like yogurts, but with brains in it. And since they're mashed together, no visions, no personality traits. But yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of iZombie. iZombie keeps it fresh. We've all seen the shows and the movies with the, but this is a new type of zombie which I find interesting. BTW, if they don't eat brains, they turn into the Walking Dead zombies, like Walking Dead, and they won't be able to turn back. Also, if you piss them off, they go on full-on zombie mode. If they get an adrenaline rush, and they go fucking crazy, red eyes and everything. But anyways, so moving on, I find it interesting, and I find out how their perception of zombies are. We're trying to keep it fresh, we're trying to stay in. By the way, the show doesn't have any more episodes, but it is on Netflix. But I actually really like the show. I really got into the characters. You can feel the tension in certain parts of the episodes, and you can feel the anger, the adrenaline rush, you can feel the sadness in some sad parts. You can feel a lot of things in the character. So, even though it's not your classic zombie movie, or TV show in this case, I still give it a 10 out of 10 score. I don't really give a lot of movies or TV shows 10 out of 10, but this particular one is unique, and I do give it a 10 out of 10. Just for being unique and having a lot of emotions in each episode and each season. I think there's like 4 or 5 seasons of it. I don't remember. But it is pretty interesting. You have the gore, you have the funny elements, you have a little joke here and there. Some parts of episodes might be sad, some might be funny, some might be thrilling, and that's the good part of the show. If you haven't seen it, I totally recommend it. If you have Netflix, it's on Netflix. Just look up iZombie, not E-I, not E-Y-E, just the letter I and then zombie, and look for a girl with pale skin and white hair, and that's that. Speaking of which, another thing I forgot to mention is that when you get bit in this zombie show, your skin turns fucking pale like mine, and your hair turns white. So what they do to look human is they dye their hair and they tan. And if you wear a condom, that doesn't give it. If you have sex with a zombie, even if you wear a condom, you're screwed. It's not gonna work. Yep. It's pretty weird. I don't know. Some zombie shows and some zombie movies, you can have sex with a zombie with a condom on and be fine. But I wouldn't even risk it. Plus, isn't that kind of weird, you're having sex with a zombie? Not like those zombies, because on iZombie, they're more living zombies, but imagine someone having sex with like one from The Walking Dead. That should just be weird. But it's very, very, very odd that a lot of people hate this show, because I find it unique. Another good element of this show is the logo, which I don't want to show you right now, but it will pop up on the screen right now so you can see it. I really like it. I hope you guys understand. As you can see, the I, the bottom of the O, and I think a splat by the E is actually blood. And the I, it's made out of the letter I, it's made out of blood. It has a bite mark. I find that awesome too. I really do like it. And there's some good Easter eggs in this show. Now, what you don't know is one of the Easter eggs. If you don't know what Easter egg is, I'm not talking about literal Easter eggs. What I'm talking about is some TV shows, some movies, they have like Deadpool. The beginning title of Deadpool, the first Deadpool, has like 50 fucking Easter eggs in just the title. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff that in movies and TV shows and video games that they hide in there. They want you to try to find it, but they don't want you to find it. Okay? That's the whole point of calling it an Easter egg. Something hidden that they want you to try to find, but at the same time they don't want you to find it. But yeah, so one of the Easter eggs in iZombie is one of the episodes where Liv's roommate, she finds out she's a zombie. If you pause it at the right moment, and I do mean if you pause it, you can tell that behind them is none other than the, what is it called, the Utopium. Like right in the kitchen is a mirror, but when you look in the mirror, you see Peyton. Peyton is Liv's roommate, the zombie girl who found out there was a zombie. You see her, but right next to her is a bottle of Utopium. And by the looks, and I assume that it's tainted Utopium. Now, what they don't know is that she actually has it, which I guess symbolizes the difficulty they're going to have creating the vaccine and or cure, which I find interesting. Later on in the series, when Liv was going to turn herself in to save a friend, and then Major, her fiance or ex-fiance or whatever, stops her by bringing her out of town. What you're not going to believe, what you're not going to believe is the axe scan hatchet, is that how you say it? I think I said that wrong, but the hatchet, and they have the same exact fucking cowboy sheriff hat from Rick, The Walking Dead. Yes, that's it. Well, while she's driving down the road, if you pause it, you'll notice there's this like triangle of grass right there. It splits into two lanes. Well, she's going that way. You pause it, and there's Rick's hat just sitting there. Right next to it, leaning on it just like this. So here's the hat, and the axe is leaning on it like this. The same hat, which indicates that they're in the same universe. Yes, they're in the same universe, which makes you think the theory is this isn't the first zombie apocalypse. It's not. If they're in the same universe, then they theorize that the zombie apocalypse happened once before. They cured it. But a new type of zombie virus came back that was immune to that first cure, and so they have all these new zombies, and that's why they have to come up with a new cure. So, what I found that interesting, a lot of people didn't see it until I saw something blurry. I was like, oh, what's that? So you look back a few seconds, and there it is. Now, it's amazing. Now, I don't know how I noticed it. I don't know why they never talk about The Walking Dead, or even, I mean, they do reference it a couple times. You know, they have, so one of the scenes in the series is them watching high school, Zombie High. It's one of their favorite shows. Well, in it, there is a guy who, walking down the street, riding a horse with a shotgun, waiting to kill a zombie. He has a fucking cowboy hat in their movie. Who does that sound like? Rick from The Walking Dead. What? And then, later on, I think it was like later on, not like a season, but a couple episodes after that, they have a kid who is a guy with, I think he's like 15, 16 years old, and he has an eye patch on. Long hair, eye patch, he has blood coming out of his eyes. Well, it's not really an eye patch, it's like, this shit, what do they call it? It's like gauze. His eye gets slit open because he was robbed. Well, the way he looks just like fucking Carl from The Walking Dead. And then later on after the series, they reference a lot of other seasons and episodes of The Walking Dead, and I've never even seen them reference a different zombie show, but so far I've only seen them really reference The Walking Dead. So I don't really know what else they do. I haven't really noticed any other Easter eggs in those. So yeah, it's a really interesting show. I think the logo also has some Easter eggs in it too, but so far I haven't really cracked any. So what I would also say, we're moving on away from Easter eggs right now, is that I've watched every single episode. Since my Netflix was messed up, someone deleted my account, so I had to make a new account, and that's why I was watching everything. Well, you know, I'm rewatching it. I already watched all the episodes anyway, so yeah. Why? So, at one of the other episodes that I would like to rate as my favorite is the one where, well, there's this girl who is immune to not only the virus but the vaccine. So, when she dies, because she has cancer, they take her brain out. They put it in this thing, and then they zap it, and it turns orange, and they have a orange brain. They feed it to a zombie rat, which reverted back to human form and stayed human, unlike the other vaccines and cures. When Liv had a chance to turn back to human, she gave it to this woman, an FBI agent that her boss, the main cop, is in love with, and was going to turn to a zombie to keep her. Which, you know, there you go. But still. I do love this show a lot. I recommend it, and I give it 10 out of 10. But, that's really all I have to say in this video. I rated it really good. I recommend it a lot. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on everything. Links in the description for my last video. That's it. Bye-bye, guys.